Students will go to the first lab program, that is write a PHP program to process a file which contains English words, where each word is separated from the next word on a line by one space. The file is specified on the command line. So you need to specify the file name in the command line. Okay. Output of your program is a table in which first column has a unique word from the input file and the second column has a number of times the word appeared in the file. So your result should contain two columns. In the first column you will be having the word and the second column you will be having the frequency or how many times that particular word has appeared. No word appeared twice, so there is no repetition of words. Use two arrays to store the table, one for words and one for frequency. So you'll be having two arrays. One is to store the word and other one is to store the frequency values. Okay. So we'll come here. So we'll begin with PHP. We have the function part in the beginning. So we'll start from here. So as told in the question, so here you have to specify the file name in the command line. Okay. So for that purpose, we are writing this statement. So you can see here we are using isSet function. So isSet function is going to check whether you have given any argument, the name of the file in your command line. If yes, then it is going to take that file and read. Okay. Otherwise, so this is a ternary operator which is used here. IsSet argv of 1. So how? So I'll just show you what is the meaning of this. So for this, what we have to do, we have to open the command prompt. Okay, so I'll give cmd. So I'll open my command prompt. So what we have to do in this for this program is, so first of all you have to go to the folder or the location where you have your htdocs. Okay, XAMPP and htdocs. So I'll give cd dot dot. Again I will give cd dot dot. So I have my XAMPP in C drive. Okay, so I'll go to XAMPP first. So I'll give cd XAMPP. Then within XAMPP I have my htdocs. So I will give. So right now I am inside XAMPP. Okay, within that I have to go to htdocs. So I'll give htdocs. So now I am in this particular location now. Now I have to set the path. Okay. So how to what is this setting the path? So you're going so I have my XAMPP in C drive and inside C drive I have my htdocs. Okay. And here inside XAMPP I have my PHP. So I have to set the path for this PHP. Okay. So where I have my PHP, I have in C drive, within C drive I have XAMPP and within XAMPP I have my PHP. Okay, so I have to set the path for this particular location. You can see here I have the PHP. Okay, so how to do that we will see. So for that you have to give a command set path equal to C colon. So I have to go to C drive. Inside C drive I have to go to XAMPP and inside XAMPP I have to go to PHP. Okay, so this is how we'll give. So we have set the path. Okay, so now here how to execute this particular file. So they have told in the question that we have to give the name of the file in the command line. Okay, so the name of my file is lab1.php. So I will show you how to execute this. So we have to give the command php lab1.php. Okay, so this is the name of my file and you can see here arg1, argument 1. We are checking whether it is given or not. So for that we will give the name of the file wherein I have my data. So the name of the file here I have given as word.txt. Okay. So the name of the file wherein I have the information, that is the statement which is separated by space or comma or question mark. I have written it within a file called as word.txt and I have saved this file inside my htdocs. Okay. I have this file inside my XAMPP and within htdocs. So the name of the file is word.txt. So I have over here. Okay. So that is how you have to save it. So you're giving file, save, and the location you're going to give inside htdocs. Okay, so that is a so now we are checking whether arg1 we have given or not. So I will give here what is my arg1 word.txt. Okay, so I have given, this is my argument 1. So that is what the meaning of this particular statement. This question mark, this is a ternary operator. So if this condition is true, now in our case we have given that time, what will happen? Whatever file name you have given, that will be taken. Okay, otherwise what will happen? It will be waiting for us to enter the file name, that is php:/stdin. That is, it is waiting, it will wait for us to enter the file name through the standard input. Okay, so the file name is stored in this handler file. Next, what you're going to do, you are going to open that particular file in read mode. Okay, if you're not able to open that file, then you're going to display a message called as cannot open. Okay, then next thing, so file is there, you can open that file in the read mode, everything is fine. Then what will happen? It is you're going to read the contents of the file. Okay, so you're going to read the content, that is gets what does it do? It is going to read the file, that is string, it's going to read and stored in this str. Okay, now we are going to call a function called as splitter, and the argument you're going to pass is the data of this particular the data of this particular file. Okay, that is apples are good. So this is what you're going to send to the function called as splitter. So we'll come to the function. So this particular function splitter you have already seen under a video called as pattern matching in PHP. So this is the same thing what is given there. Okay, so what you're doing, you're sending the data here, but in that program what had happened is we had given the input over here only as a text. We were not using the file, only that is a difference between that and this part is the same. Okay, so here we have the contents of the file here. Now what are we going to do? So in the question they have told use two arrays. One is to hold the frequency and next one is to hold the words. Okay, so here we are creating an array whose name is frequency. Initially it is an empty array. Next line what you're going to do is you are going to split. So this is your file. In the file you have apples are good. So this is the data what is there in your file. Now you have to split this. Okay, you have to check how many times apples are appearing, how many times are is appearing, how many times good is appearing, like this. So what is the basis of splitting? You can either give a white space, so slashes is nothing but a white space, or it can be a full stop, or it can be a comma. Now you can see here you have u comma or. So what will happen in this case? U is considered as one word and or is considered as a next word. Okay, or it can be a question mark. Okay, so here you can see we have a question mark here. So apples is considered as one word and or is considered as a next word. So these are the basis on which you can split. Okay, and plus is nothing but at least one occurrence. So all this you have written inside the character class. At least one occurrence of all this, on this basis you can split. So you can see the pattern is written inside the forward slash. Okay, and from where you have to split? From this str what you have passed to the function. Okay, next we have to loop. Now for looping purpose we are using for each. So for each is whenever you want to loop, you want to consider all the elements, then you can go for this for each. Okay, so for every word what you have split, that is stored in this line word, you are storing in a scalar variable, in this case it is word. Then what are you going to do? Array keys. Array keys is nothing but it is going to return the keys for this particular, it is going to take a parameter. So the parameter here is an array whose name is that is for frequency. So it is going to return the keys for this. Okay, next you're going to check in array word comma keys. So what is happening in this particular statement is you are going to check whether that word which you have written is already there. So here keys is nothing but for the array you have the key. So what do you mean by key? So if you are speaking about C language, for arrays we were saying something called as index. Index is nothing but the subscript value. Here we will call it as a key. Okay. So what is happening in this particular statement is you are checking whether that word is already there. Okay, so I'll just take an example here. Apples. So this is the first word which you're encountering. You are checking whether this word is already there. So in array is going to check whether it is there in this array. If it is already there, now in this case what happens, the first time you're encountering this. So what happens? It is not there. So in that case, frequency of this particular word apple is set to 1 because you're encountering it for the first time. Okay, so that is what happens. So now right now frequency of apple, the word apple is set to 1. Again it will repeat. Go to the next word. Next word is R. So R, again you're checking whether it is there. It is appearing for the first time. Again it is set to 1. Again good. It's set to 1. Or is set to 1. U set to 1. Now you come to or again. Now what happens? Or already you had set to 1 once. So you already encountered or. Now once again you're encountering or. So when you're coming to this part, now in this case what happens? The word already is there in the array. So in that case what you're doing? You're going to increment the value. So frequency of the word or has been incremented. So frequency has been changed to 2. Like this it goes on for all the words in your file. Okay. Finally you're going to return the frequency. So that return frequency will be stored here. Okay, in TBL. Then you're going to display the word as well as the frequency. This is just a heading part what you're going to display. Now what is the next thing we have to remember? The words whatever you have encountered here, they will be in the sorted form. Okay, so if you're saying first apples, A apples, then AP you have here, you have AP, and here you have AR. So according to alphabetical order, if you're saying AP will be coming first, that is nothing but here you're doing the sorting. So first you'll be getting AP. Okay, so that sorting will be done here. So array keys, what does it do? It is going to sort here it is going to sort based on this sorted keys. That is nothing but what we are saying, alphabetical order it will be sorted. Okay, and the corresponding key values for that, or the frequency values for that. The last part what you're going to do, for each of the sorted keys as word. So for every word, what are you going to do which is sorted? For every word which is sorted, you are going to print the word followed by its frequency. This is the program. Okay, so how to execute I've already told you. Now you just give PHP followed by the name of the file and the name, that is your name. Now PHP followed by the name of the script followed by the name of the file where you have your data. So that is word.txt. So you can see here. Okay, so this is nothing, just the heading part. So you can see the result here. So you have word followed by frequency, and as I said here, we get the result in the sorted form. That is because of this part of the code. Okay, so apples, you can see apples has a frequency of 3. Here you have one apple, here you have, and again you have here. So frequency of apples are 3. ARE appears only once. Then better appears only once. Then don't is only once. So like this it goes on. So this is your word followed by the frequency. So this is your first lab program. Okay, I hope you have understood this. If you have any queries, you can ask. Thank you.